Let us grill the expert, presented by Burger King, and the expert happens to be my friend Jon Morosi. We spoke almost every day during the past few months. True story, calling video games. It was glorious. Anyway, JP, Jose Ramirez and the Cleveland Indians, looks like the offense woke up just in time.
Really did, Scott. Certainly this week, the Indians needed it, and Jose Ramirez, no surprise there, was at the hub of everything. And our colleague Mark DeRosa talked about this during the morning on MLB Central about how, with all respect to Lindor, Ramirez really is the guy that drives the Indians' offense for better or worse. And I looked a little deeper in the numbers. Turns out it's actually true. Check out these numbers since the start of last season for Ramirez. When Ramirez drives in a run, the Indians are 43-9 since the start of last year when he drives in a run. When he does not, they're 58-66. That's a dramatic difference. You see it right there. So it's remarkable numbers you think about for him since the start of last season. And I think overall, too, Scott, speaking with one member of the organization here recently, the fact that Lindor has been healthy for the full season so far, again, all 2 weeks of it, has helped Ramirez out from a standpoint of not putting too much pressure on himself. You think back to last year, Kipnis was out. Lindor was out. A lot of pressure on Ramirez, who's maybe a little too jumpy at the plate. That has not been the case so far this year. He is locked in with all that great pitching, Scott. They don't have to even score that many runs to win ball games.
And I know teams are going to look in the standings and be like, where are the Indians at? Because I don't want to play them in that first round 3-game series. Forget about that. Okay, let's move on to the San Diego Padres because teams on the NL side might be saying the same thing. What stood out to you about this exciting squad that looks like a playoff contender?
Scott, the youth is finally coming together for the Padres. After a lot of years of A.J. Preller's movements, we're now seeing the plan come into full view with really a couple boosts from some trades they made last offseason with the offense. Think about this. Of the 8 players with the most plate appearances so far for the Padres, 7 are under the age of 30. A young team, Trent Grisham, Jake Cronenworth, 2 guys I mentioned off the top. They have been, I think, phenomenal for this offense overall. Grisham has started every single game in center field with a lot of power. You see it there. Only 23 years old. A great move by Preller last offseason. And Jake Cronenworth, of course, from the University of Michigan, a former hockey player from St. Clair, Michigan. Tremendous athlete who can actually pitch as well, Scott. He has done a great job filling in for Eric Hosmer over at first base. And then Luis Patino from Barranquilla, Colombia, one of 6 players from Colombia in the major leagues this year. Tremendous arm. Just made his major league debut as a reliever. I think Patino's future certainly is as a starting pitcher. So a lot of great young talent arriving now to San Diego.
Patino has great stuff, and wow, I didn't know that about Cronin with the hockey because he just started over at first base, and he looks like a natural over there, too, so he can pretty much do everything. Okay, one more for you, JP, and I'm just going to broaden the scope here as far as prospects. Give me one player to look out for, perhaps in the next week or so, that could be coming up to the show.
How about the next several days, Scott? Spencer Howard of the Philadelphia Phillies, our former colleague here at the network, Joe Girardi, kind of hinting that maybe Howard makes his debut here, maybe before the weekend is over, potentially as early as Sunday. Really great story. Ranks 36th right now, according to MLB Pipeline, among all prospects in baseball. Has really emerged a lot. And a great story recently by Scott Lauber of the Philadelphia Inquirer about how he has done it at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. He really turned to meditation, yoga, mindfulness, stretching, and it changed his career. He walked onto the college baseball team there at Cal Poly, departing then as a first-round pick. So a tremendous revival for him. Again, mindfulness, a key part for him. So certainly he will be tranquil on the mound when that debut comes. And again, Scott, it seems as though that could happen in the next few days.
Yes, I love the napping part at the end of the yoga sessions, too. Always key. To get your nap in 15, 20 minutes. Go take a nap, JP. I know you have a busy day. Thanks for joining us.